Hey, here we are with a clothing designer. It's RoBeRTa ThoMpSoN from WiCked ThReadS.
WiCked ThReadS.
And are you wearing anything WiCked ThReadS?
Yes, I am. My shirt.
Your shirt's from WiCked ThReadS?
Nice.
Yes, this
That's
is
really
my
good.
skull corrupted. It comes in a halter and a tank top also. You have to really look close at my shirts. Inside the skull, it says corrupt, and then corrupted. It goes all through it.
Now, what does that mean to you? What's corrupted? The
It means
skull?
something has an impact upon you and changes you.
Corrupt
It goes from being corrupted to becoming corrupt. Most of my stuff has a meaning. I have a weapon of mass destruction. I have the 7 deadly sins.
So what are the 7 deadly sins to you? Are they the regular ones?
Well, that was, yes, that was my first shirt.
Okay.
When I first did this, I did a 7 and I had all the sins.
So which sin are you best at?
I don't know.
What's your favorite sin?
I'll take the 5th on that. I'd rather not answer.
Oh my God. But the 7 sins are not like the 10 commandments, so I mean, come on, it's okay.
I don't know.
Can you name them?
Well, you really yeah.
Gluttony,
Okay.
envy.
Gluttony, lust, anger, greed. Now I said stupid. And I said envy. No, I can't.
Lust, envy, wrath, greed, sloth, pride, and
Sex.
no, lust is the same thing.
That's lust. I can't, just not at this moment.
That's okay. That's all right. That's
think
good.
it's
I guess we're all
interesting.
sin-free.
Uh-huh.
That's fine. So when did you start WiCked ThReadS?
I started it, let's see, 2006.
And were you a designer prior to?
No.
What were you doing before it?
I was working on the internet. I was doing e-commerce, and I'm also in SAG and AFTRA.
So are you an actress?
I was, and I was also a psychologist. That's actually what I have my master's in.
Oh, nice.
But were you a psychologist for actors?
No.
What does SAG have to do with that?
I went to college and I went to graduate school. I wanted to be an actress, but I did not want to end up an actress/waitress. So I went for my master's and I became a psychologist because I wanted plan
Which
B.
is a lot of actors, I feel.
I wanted
therapists.
plan B. I wanted plan B. So I did that for a couple
Well, you're
years.
one of the few that believe in a plan B. You're smart.
Yeah.
I know. Most of us stick
Yes,
to
because
plan
I know,
dream.
and then they end up, like waiting tables, and I'm like, I'm not doing that. I did it through college.
Good for you.
But I hated it.
I hated being a therapist.
Yes. I ended up in like a horrible place, underpaid, and I went on vacation one day and never went back.
Oh, wow.
So then I worked in e-commerce on the internet for a while, and that was great, but then that faded, and I basically just fell into WiCked. It was not my plan ever.
Fell into WiCked. I like
Were
how
you
that
always
sounds.
into fashion?
Yes, I was,
Yeah.
but more like, Versace,
Oh,
and
wow.
Prada.
Oh, that's
So
expensive.
this I basically did, literally I had lost my job and I was in the gym and I was on a treadmill reading Celebrity Gossip magazine, and I saw like Jessica Simpson in a t-shirt and it said like $110, and I was like, oh, I could do that. I could just go put art on a shirt and charge $100 and make a fortune. Didn't work out that way, but
it's working now?
well, it kind of.
So is this $110?
No.
How much is it?
My shirts go from 26 to maybe 30, 34, 40.
How much is a shirt like this? Because that looks like it has a lot of work to it because of the study.
This one is
it's
still
beautiful.
This one is still like 32.
Wow.
Yeah.
And how do people buy it?
I have a website.
I love the cut too. It's different than your regular t-shirts.
No, they're all different. This comes also in a halter and a tank top.
But I mean, your neckline is really cool.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Some of them are just like this one is only like 4 of a kind. So some of them vary. But they run from, they're pretty cheap. I have a website, TheWiCkedStore.com. THE, WiCkedStore.com. Because if you go to WiCked Store, it's a porn site.
Oh!
The WiCked Store.
So I guess people are pleasantly surprised or unpleasantly surprised.
It's WiCked ThReadS, and you can buy it online. I'm in Gothic Renaissance down here.
Okay.
You can can buy it there, but mostly I sell online.
That's like my favorite store.
Oh, okay.
I love that store.
Or I sell at my shows. I do fashion shows all over the city, in clubs. I just did one for Fashion Week at the DL.
Nice.
Oh, cool.
The DL is pretty hot spot.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I did it with 3 other designers. It was a lot of fun.
Cool.
I have 2 Facebook pages, and then I have a WiCked ThReadS Facebook page, so I have like 10,000 people that I post the pictures, and that's how I basically market it.
Awesome.
That's great.
And when I first started this,
when and how long has it been?
2006, for 7
Okay.
years.
Wow. So you've been doing it a while, so you kind of have it down.
Yeah.
So where do you manufacture?
I do it. I do the art, and then I take it to a screen printer. I
Right.
do it in Brooklyn.
Okay. Then that's where it's all done.
But that's where I
And the
live.
studs are put on then too?
No. Again, this is like a one of a kind. I don't sew.
Oh.
I'm not a sewer. I
Okay.
basically do art, and I put the art on a shirt.
Cool.
So I'm not like a designer where I sew.
Right. So,
It's quite interesting that you have, messages. There's a message behind your
All
shirt.
my shirts. The people just don't look close enough.
Yeah, because there are a lot of people who have clothing lines, and they'll have their imagery, and there's not really anything behind it though. I think it's interesting. It's like a song, but it's fashion, and you have a message behind it.
Yeah, and I don't plan. People tell me like, why don't you do a new shirt, this and that. I don't plan it at all.
Oh.
so it comes through you?
I don't know. I mean, I don't want to sound like woo because I'm not.
Well, I
like
believe
that.
in WhO.
It just, I don't know what I believe in anymore.
I believe things come through us. Like, we're not always
Yeah,
responsible.
you can't force it. I
My
guess.
last new shirt that I just did in March, it's called Forbidden, and it has the crime scene tape. You can, it's really cool.
Oh, nice.
And it's do not cross, forbidden, this and that.
That sounds
I actually did it the night of Hurricane Sandy.
Oh.
I did the art. I didn't print it for a couple months because of family things going on. But that, in other words, I don't sit down and say, oh, gotta do a new shirt because I gotta make money. It just,
It happens.
But people often say, criticize for it because it's like, well, you have to do a spring line, you have to do this line.
Oh,
I'm
please.
like, I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
People, I don't think, Warhol or Van Gogh said, well, I gotta do a spring line.
No,
it's art. It's
you
not-
have to feel it. You really have to feel it to.
I'm
to
not
make
trying.
Do you change your closets from summer to winter?
Hell no.
There you go. I don't either. I hate that.
Everything's
Exactly.
in a drawer.
Thank
That
you.
makes sense.
I like that. Exactly. Same if I want to wear a t-shirt in the
Organized
winter.
chaos. That's what my life is. Organized chaos.
There you go.
So did you buy these pants with a rip in it, or
Yes,
did you
I
rip
did.
it? Yeah. So what do you think about that rip stuff?
I love it. I'm a grunge. I'm a 90s bitch.
But when you were a kid, didn't you make your own rips in your pants and
No.
stuff? No?
Nah.
By accident, they would just wear
Oh,
out.
yes.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like now, I mean, you buy rips, right?
Yes.
It's the
Exactly.
end thing.
It is. It is.
Well, it's been for a while.
It's been
Yeah.
for a
And
while.
I always ask myself, like, did you do that or did you buy it like that? I always ask that. Some losers, so.
Well, I love the 90s. I love grunge. I don't get all this.
Where are you from?
I'm from New York. I'm from Brooklyn.
You were born and raised. So, did you ever live outside of New York?
I lived in, well, no, not really, New Jersey for a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
So overseas, and Brooklyn is, I always say overseas too, because you do have to cross water to get there. Exactly. And, well, we would love to hear a little skeleton from your closet. It is National Eat an Apple Day. Do you like green apples?
No.
You don't? Alright, that's okay. We have something else for you.
No, I'll take it. I mean,
Like green apple
it's gonna make
candy.
me like,
Oh, we have this if you want. A yellow apple.
pretty. I like
The green? Okay.
I don't have a skeleton though.
Yeah, you do.
Oh,
What, are you
really?
kidding me? You didn't know the 7 deadly sins. That's enough. Yeah, pick one.
Praise.
Yeah. Like, do you
But I
ever...
knew Buffalo Bill.
You
Yes, you
did
did
know
know
Buffalo
Buffalo
Bill.
Bill.
So, who's your favorite serial killer?
Dexter.
Ah, there you go. So if you could commit a crime with Dexter, what would it be?
That would have to be something to do with lust.
Okay, all right. And would it be with saran wrap? Because he loves his saran wrap. No?
But actually, no, Dexter's not. Dexter, it would be, honestly, it would be this two, Brad Pitt or Gavin Rossdale.
I never knew that they were serial killers.
They're not.
Oh, I guess
they're
maybe-
not, but if we're talking hot and lust, it would have to be Brad Pitt
Oh.
and Gavin Rossdale from Bush Machine Head.
Yeah.
I take him away
He's
from
Mr.
Gwen.
Gwen's.
He's
Yeah.
Mr. Gwen's fun.
Yeah. Wow. So those are your fantasy.
Well, if I had to pick two, yeah.
So like a threesome with them.
You're killing me.
You're WiCked ThReadS. So what's so wicked about you?
Nothing. I was either going to name it wicked or criminal.
Why? Why? You're just like obsessed with that?
No.
Were you ever
It's
arrested?
just what you're feeling.
Do you know anyone who was ever arrested?
No.
Have you ever visited anyone?
No. Well, I grew up. My father was a Freemason. I grew up in Sunday school and Protestant and all that.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you ever steal a piece of candy?
I don't think so.
Do you watch the ID channel a lot?
Watch the
The
what?
ID channel? You watch that a lot?
I don't really watch much TV.
No? Okay. Well.
Did you ever cut school?
Yes.
All right, tell me about it. What happened?
We cut school and sat in the park.
What grade were you in?
Like the 7th or 8th grade.
Did you get caught?
No.
Good for you. Have an apple. There you go. We
see.
got you,
Boring.
RoBeRTa. That's good. That's okay.
I
You're
was
not
born
bored.
too, so don't worry about it.
Your clothes are amazing.
Thank you.
I mean,
They're more interesting than me.
oh, I don't think so. You're kind
It
of
looks
cute.
good. It does
And did you ever do any acting?
And because you look
Yes.
like an actress.
What did you do? She does look like an actress.
I did. I stopped doing it. I was in the union. I did a lot of extra work on movies.
Can you name a movie that you loved being in?
Well, Mirror Has Two Faces. You can actually see me in that. I played a Columbia University student,
Okay.
and Jeff Bridges stepped over me. It is a funny story, though. This actually is interesting. Because that's how I got my SAG card.
Okay.
It's one of my first. The first, I was in the room with Barbara Streisand for 11 hours. So the first couple hours I'm like, oh my God, Barbara Streisand, oh my God. After 4 hours, the same speech, I'm like, oh, all right. 7 hours, shut up. 9 hours, no break. 10th hour, she walks by me, I'm like, shut up. By the 11th hour, I never wanted to see her again. Of course, I had to go back because that's how I got my SAG card. I had to do 4 days of it.
Wow.
4 days, and I was like, oh God, I never
Wow,
want to
what
see
do you
Barbara
talk about for
Streisand.
9 hours?
Oh, they kept us 11 hours. Like
That's insane.
in SAG, if you hit 12, it's called golden time. So they let you go 10 minutes.
11:59.
Yes.
I
So
know.
then they screw you. But 4 days I did that. It was fun. Jeff Bridges stepped over me. I was in the classroom. And
So he's not on the Brad Pitt list.
I did a movie with Brad Pitt. I did The Devil's Own. And when Brad Pitt was there, we were all instructed, you cannot go near him, you can't look at him, you can't, we all had to like stay away.
Wow.
And
Interesting.
then I did, these were all in the late 90s, the one with the tunnel with Sylvester Stallone.
Oh, I remember that.
Daylight. I got rain pay for that, I got something wet. And then I drove behind Al Pacino and Johnny Depp, and I played with like a hooker. I walked on the street in a little fur in Donnie Brasco.
Oh, that's a great movie. Yeah, there you go. The light bulb went on.
And then I did a lot of soap operas when they were here. I did One Life to Live tons of times.
All my kids.
All my children I never did. I did Another World. I did
Another World.
Life.
Today, do you remember Vicky Marley? Before your
I
time?
was at General Hospital, Port Charles Vampire fan. I never watched the soap operas, I just did them. And I was surprised though, because when you see the people in the soap opera on camera, I saw one of the main characters, I'm not going to mention names. I was so stunned, and then when I saw her after makeup, I was like,
It really works.
wow, makeup.
I know.
It does.
That's what it's about.
Unbelievable, the change on soap operas. They really...
Yeah, but you have to have good hair to be in a soap opera. You have good hair.
You do?
That's the rule.
Yeah.
Don't look at everyone on a soap opera. They all have good
And
hair.
it's real, it's not extended.
No, you have to have good hair, or else you can't get on a soap opera.
No.
Not for a guy like a girl, but it's
yeah, but
true.
you can't have two. If you're an extra, no. If you're an extra, I remember they put me in a plane once. I was an extra in a plane. And
You had
so
too good hair?
They had to cut me out because it was just like I was too sticking out.
Yeah.
No, they don't want it to
No.
be
They want
too
that.
for
They
the
want the
extra. You have
extra
to
to stand
blend.
out.
You know, you have to be like, you're like the cup.
Yeah.
So I kind of stopped doing that because it was hey, but after a while, you know, you're basically like a cup.
Yeah, you're an extra.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for visiting us.
Thank you.
WiCkedThreads.com.
Threads.
The Wicked Store.
Oh, right. Otherwise you're going to get bored.
Put that-
Exactly.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. We'll be back. We'll be back. We got